Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the weekly download. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully, you're having a great start to the new year. And I am going to go live on Facebook right now. And hopefully, you can hear me. Hopefully, you are out there and having a great day today. It's cold here in Texas. It's Austin. It's the freeze. It is wintertime and it is very, very cold. And anyways, today's episode, we're going to talk about 3 lead generation tactics of 2022. This is going to be really great for a lot of the video content business owners, video production companies, marketing agencies, creative agencies, and anyone out there who really just wants to learn how to do, how to get more leads, how to get more sales and customers and prospect automatically using automated techniques, as well as being part of, just old school networking groups. What I found is that I was doing a lot of automation for the past 2 years from using LinkedIn and emails, which we'll get into in a bit. But what I've learned actually, what's helped me out the most is actually referrals, warm leads, affiliates, and partnerships. And so my first lead generation tactic is that I actually like to partner up with other agencies. So if you're a video content creator out there and you're a videographer and you want to get more leads, rather than just trying to find leads on your own, team up with other agencies and other marketing companies as one of their vendors, and that's going to help you actually get their marketing practices and sales teams selling for you and having you as part of their network. And I've done this with a lot of different companies, from Riot Maker and Umai Marketing and CJ Bruce or Chuck Joe. And these companies I've actually grown to really appreciate, because over the past couple years, they've actually helped me with a lot of referrals. CJ Bruce for the past 2 years, and actually Umai Marketing and Riot Maker recently for the past year. And it's awesome because what they do is that they are actually a very well-known, these are well-known companies, and they're using me as their video production vendor. And as well as, if they cannot handle certain projects, then they're going to pass it on to me. And this has been a very helpful, on top of automation, of course, because you actually grow with this community of agencies and production companies, and you also learn from bigger production companies and agencies how to run businesses. And at the same time, if your client is looking for design work, branding work, or for marketing and advertising, like media buyers, you have a partner that's already set up, so it adds value to your offer and your package. And that's what's great for what I'm doing, is because of these other companies. If a company wants to learn how to increase their ad spend so that they can get the most conversions, I know a company that's a media buyer in a specific food and beverage space, so that they can actually get that service without me having to learn that on my own. Right? So now I can offer, we can help you with your sales and operations, and as well as your management of your assets, and I have different companies that actually offer those services and those products. So it's a really win-win situation both ways, where you have other companies and agencies who are going to be contacting you and promoting you as their white label product or as a vendor, and at the same time you can actually offer their products and services to your clients, so that you can actually have a bigger offer, more value. You can actually serve your clients much better with more services and more products. All right. Another thing that I've used, the second tip that I use that has really helped me get a lot of leads and a lot of prospects and a lot of clients in general, it's personalized mass emails using virtual assistants, Sales Navigator, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, Lead Leaper, and Lemlist, and Close.io. So I'm going to go walk through the whole process, because this is going to show you what I do to actually automate my lead generation. So I'm sending out 50 to 100 emails or messages per day while I'm asleep. And this is great because I remember Brendan Pritchard telling me during a conference, telling the audience actually, that you always need to have some sort of lead generation or outreach, or have your business out there either from organic marketing, from ads and organic content, or content marketing, or from outbound, from sales calls, emails, and ads, right? So like at the end of the day, you always have to be generating leads every single day and prospecting every single day. And it's easier to do it when it's automated. And the way that I do it is a very lengthy process. And I've done this. I've hired a consultant, I've hired a mentor, I'm part of mastermind groups. I've done this with a lot of different types of people before. And this has been my favorite way of automating my whole system. And so I get Sales Navigator, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and then you get Lead Leaper, which is a Chrome extension, which actually scrapes or captures emails and phone numbers of the leads that you want in Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator allows you to actually categorize and find different industries in different geography in different locations, as well as the company size, so you can pinpoint which companies you want to target and the people who work there. So if you want to target food and beverage companies in Austin that are 1 to 100 employees, and you want to target their marketing departments, Sales Navigator will actually create a whole list for you of all the companies that fit those parameters. Why this is important is that you can hyper target, because sometimes your services best serve a company that is a little smaller, 1 to 100 employees, rather than having a 10,000 and up company like Coca-Cola or Red Bull, because they probably already have an agency involved. And again, that's when you collaborate with bigger agencies or bigger production companies, so they can give you maybe their social media videos, right? So the way that I've really discovered the best way to automate this whole process is to have a virtual assistant help. So when you do scrape these leads and you use Lead Leaper to get these targeted email and contact lists from Sales Navigator, this virtual assistant is now going to study and research each and every lead on LinkedIn and create a personalization line. Why this is important is because when you send out emails, you want emails to have some sort of personalization in the email, so that the person receiving it feels like this isn't a canned email. This isn't a copy and paste general email. Like someone took the time to actually study that person's company, a person's brand. And so, there's a lot of different theories behind it, and of course ethics, but I, for one, if you're doing sales and you're growing a business, you need to do whatever is necessary to contact the people you need to contact in order for you to get the sales and grow your business and serve your customers, okay? And so you can do things where your assistants can actually just say some kind of personal mention from the specific person on LinkedIn. If the specific person on LinkedIn went to the same college as me, they can say, hey, I noticed you went to UC Santa Barbara, Mitchel. I also went to UC Santa Barbara, graduated in back in the day. And so for you, you can train your assistants to create these personalization lines. And if you need help, I have a personalization video for assistants. So once they create these personalization lines and you have this list in Lead Leaper that's scraping it from LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you're going to export a CSV. It's just like an Excel sheet or a Google sheet. And then that Excel sheet or CSV is going to get imported into an email program or software or an app. I use Lemlist, all right? And Lemlist is a great resource and great app where you can actually warm your emails and send out emails in an automated basis. And so why you need to have a warm email is because if you just set up an email on Gmail and you start messaging people, it's going to get picked up as spam. So what warming emails means is that you're going to take your email, and for about a week or two, you're going to have a conversation with other email addresses, so it looks like to Gmail or your email provider that you're a real person. You're not just somebody spamming outbound and no replies, right? So warming an email means sending emails to 10 or 20 email addresses and getting a reply and having a conversation. I used to have to do this manually, but Lemlist actually does this through LemWarm, and so they automate this warming process. After the email is warmed, then you're going to start sending out these emails, and you're going to start sending it out in sequences. And so the sequences can be an email that's going to be your main pitch. After that is a second sequence sent 5 days later about, hey, did you see my past email? And then 5 days later, you can send out another email. This is what's great about Lemlist, is that you can automate your email sequences that can be sent out immediately after you click send, and then 7 days later, another email goes out, and then another 7 days later, another email goes out. So you don't have to manually find that person's lead and then put an invite in your calendar and then send them an email. This makes it so much easier and all automated. And so Lemlist does this all for you. And there's a whole bunch of other things too that you need to know about custom fields and the best way to write an email. But this is how you automate your email lead generation. And so now you're sending out emails from 25 to 50 or 50 to 100 emails a day, depending on how many emails you have and the email limits of your email address, because sometimes you're going to get blocked for sending out, let's say, 500 or 1,000 emails a day too fast. And so Lemlist actually staggers it a little bit, and you can set the limit on Lemlist. So for me, I have 4 email addresses that are warmed, and I send out 25 to 30 emails per day per address to lists that I gather from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. All right, and as this is going out, I use a CRM called Close.io to keep track of my leads. What's great about Close.io is that you can also send out email sequences within Close.io at the same time, keeping track of the leads that you've already contacted. So this is the best way to manage your leads and make sure you don't double or overlap messages to people within the same month or week. All right, so that's the way to automate your email sending, and do it in your sleep. All right. And the third way is actually being part of industry-specific networking groups, and also offering, free content and assets. Right. This is something that a lot of people do. In a way to, if it was just a without being virtual, like you'd be part of these networking groups that you would meet up every single week, like it's a breakfast or it's going to be a lunch, whatever it is. It's meeting up with people within your industry and then finding ways to network, and also providing free content or valuable content for that group. Okay. Automation is great. There's also LinkedIn automation techniques. Automation right now, people are finding that it's spammy, and I'm seeing a lot of less conversions with automated LinkedIn requests, mass DMs on Instagram. So I want to give you different options so that you can actually have different ways to generate leads. Now, being part of specific networking groups in your industry is so helpful, because you actually start growing a community that's industry specific for your brand, and you actually start growing a tribe. So I did this with Naturally Austin. I became the co-chair of their marketing forum when I came here in Austin. And because of that, I was able to create a community of other agencies and companies that were now, referring me to their clients. And at the same time, we hold these monthly sessions for CPG and food and beverage owners and CEOs and marketing executives, and we teach them about marketing. And because of that, they know about my services. And of course, when they send out emails and newsletters to their big lists that are food specific, food and beverage specific for my industry, my name is included. Okay. And so now, again, they're doing the marketing for me. Same thing with Food Bevy. It's a really great food and beverage online platform. And they actually did a whole email series with me, providing free content for their community. I got 50 leads from that. Right? And why this is important is that when you are working with industry specific groups and you're networking within those groups, you already know your target audience is in there, rather than trying to find, different, marketing groups or entrepreneur groups, and you've got people who are doctors and then people who are in real estate, right? So those 3 techniques, or those 3 methods, have helped me so much. And recently it has been the affiliates and partnerships and the automated emails and the industry-specific networking groups that have given me the most conversions and the most leads, prospects, sales, and clients. All right, so hopefully that was helpful and you learned something today. Remember, I post every single week. I was a little bit late this week because I had COVID. I got over COVID last week, so it was quite intense. But I'm going to be posting and streaming every single week, streaming on Mondays, posting on Thursdays on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mitchel Dumlao. So please give me a subscribe, like, and comment there. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments below, or email me at mitchel@videocontentschool. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.